Welcome back to Waste Some Time with Jason Green. I am Jason Green. Today is Monday, and I'm glad to be with you here live for the next hour. I am your guide to fun, pop culture, and other assorted nonsense. We're going to have a good time. We're going to chat about what you want to chat about. And, ever since I was a young child, a young kid, a young person, someone not as old. I'm a senior now. But anyway, I always wanted to have my own action figure. How cool would that be? That's how you know you made it when you have your own action figure. Nowadays, maybe it's not as big a deal because everybody's got an action figure. And I envisioned it though. I wanted it to look like the old Star Wars Kenner figures, where you have the plastic bubble here and you have the card here, and then you hang it on a peg. Although nowadays they don't want you to. Pegging's not as popular as it used to be, but they have a hole that you peg through. Maybe I'm talking about something different. Anyway, it's better if you don't pop the hole. Anyway, action figures. So I finally got action figures. Someone was nice enough to come up with this idea. Now, I wasn't really creatively involved, which is a strange thing. But I want to show you what I got and see what you guys think. And then, and who knows, maybe you guys want to buy these. I haven't even thought about putting them for sale. But listen, I don't even know what I'm saying. We've got so much to talk about, and we're going to get to that and more right after this.
Just wanna waste some time with you. Sometimes it seems too good to be true. Nobody I know to waste time with
All right. No one I'd rather waste time with than you. In fact, I am so happy to waste time with all of you except two people. Two people I don't want to waste time with. It's up to you to figure out who's who. Let's say hello to everybody. Sometimes people camp out early. For example, Clint was here at 3:34 a.m. Holy cow, Clint. Well, thank you. He said, let's get all you time wasters in the chat. Well, and no one was awake. We should also point out that Brian Rex Drums is a new member. Welcome to the world of Waste Some Time with Jason Green, and thank you for being a uh, uh, a member. And a lot of other people. Skylar saying hello, Chris saying hello, Jason saying hello to me, Michelle, and family. You really just have to say hello to me. And then everyone getting ready. Horror Chick 71 is here, and Chris is here. Brian Kirk is here. Michelle is here to bring law and order to the chat. Glenn D is here, and David is freezing his balls off in Chicago. I hear you. I'm on my way to Texas tomorrow. I will be on my way to Dallas, Texas, and then I'll be going to Houston, Texas, and wrapping up this mini tour in uh, Clear Lake, Iowa. It's going to be freezing. It is going to be so cold and so miserable. Hello, Maggot, and hello, Joe E. Bravo, and just all the great people watching. Happy Blue Monday. Yes, and George is here, and this is a bumper, MP1 bumper to be exact. Would I like a free ticket tonight to see Septic Flesh at Swan Dive in Vegas? I won 2 tickets to the records. Well, first of all, it's very kind of you to invite me. I don't know what you're inviting me to. I can't imagine seeing a septic tank flesh is exciting, but I cannot go. I would love to go. There's nothing more I'd rather do than go see a band I never heard of, but I cannot because I must. I got to go to the airport. I got to sit and wait for the limo with Duke Fame. San Francisco Marathon is on. I'm joking though. Thank you for offering me. Happy Monday, Jason, and the gorgeous Michelle. And maybe we don't need to compliment her so much or go to her head. And hard to get her to do any work around here. Although she did edit this morning's tour diary. If you guys haven't seen it yet, episode 76, it is fantastic. Tremendous, even. Hi, everyone joining from the arcade. Fire department just left. Someone tried Vaping in the arcade. Oh my God. Remember the good old days when they had rock and roll and people smoked in the boys' room? Vaping in the boys' room would not have the same effect to it. David, quoting the Boomtown Rats, does not like Mondays. And I get it. John Doe is here. A lot of nice people here. Good to see you. Listen, I don't always do the Monday show. So, says it's a meat locker here in the Midwest. Oh, thank you, Chris. Chris says he loves the show. Much appreciated. Mr. Macabre saying hello to myself and Michelle. Wolf would like to see more Ace Frehley impressions. They're spot on. The M3 Music Festival is coming up, and there's 3 nights of headliners. Friday night, Sebastian Bach. Dude, all you need is Savage Animal. And that's on Friday. And then on Saturday, you're going to get the one and only Diamond David Lee Roth. And then on Sunday night, closing out the ceremonies, Stephen Pearcy with Warren DeMartini. It's going to be amazing. But I will tell you that I read the M3 group because I like to see. I'm a lurker. I'm a lurker. I'm a midnight jerker. And I see that people are on there and they say the dumbest shit. People don't know how the music business works, but they think they do. Everyone is an expert, but most people are not even close. I see people saying they'll be mad if David Lee Roth doesn't do a meet and greet. I'll tell you right now, I'll bet the damn farm David Lee Roth's not doing a meet and greet. He ain't doing a chance. And all these idiots say, like, I want to see Captain Ted Poley and Admiral John Karabi and Deputy Ron Keel. I get you want to see some smaller artists and maybe they're nice to you. These cruise people and festival people, they go by who was nice to them. Diamond David Lee Roth is the biggest rock star you're ever going to see in your life. There is no bigger front man. Every guy on that bill, including Stephen Pearcy and Sebastian Bach, was influenced by Diamond David Lee Roth. Now, is David Lee Roth going to be great? I don't know. Probably not. But he's a legend and he's bigger than anyone else and any other band and any other entity. You know, it's because Eddie Van Halen was such an incredible guitar player that maybe you all forgot about Dave, the greatest frontman in the history of that genre. And so, and a bad Dave is even better than no Dave at all. Put it like that. So put that in your Bozy Bozy Bop and smoke it. But Dave's not doing a meet and greet. And then I saw other people going, well, Ace Frehley better do a meet and greet. Are you crazy? Can you imagine the conversation with Ace Frehley, who's literally in this for money? If you don't believe it, watch my video of me meeting Ace Frehley. If you're not paying, he ain't showing. And so could you imagine, Ace, we got this idea. We need you to do a meet and greet. Yeah, a meet and greet. What's it pay? Well, no, it's free. Free? You got to be kidding me. Forget about it. I'm not going to do a meet and greet for free. And that's it. Wise guy. There's no way. There's no way it's happening. So you guys got to understand. There's limits. Not everyone is into being friendly. Some people are. Anyway, I made my point. Let's see here. I'm trying to go through some of your questions, and then we're going to get to the wonderful world of action figures. This is Jeff from New York City. I don't think my father, but my father, Jeff from New York City, is celebrating a birthday today. He's 104 years young. No, I'm joking. I believe, I don't know if he likes to give his age out because he's probably out trying to meet broads at the bar. But look, he's 78 years old and he's just as crazy as he ever was. He's kept his mind, what he had of it. And I was happy to talk to him today. We're lucky to have our parents. In life, you go through times where your parents drive you nuts. We probably drove them nuts too. And here it is. My dad's 78 years old and still exactly the same and athletic. He told me he runs up and down the stairs at the post office like Rocky. He says, yo, Adrian, when he gets to the top. A few years back, me, my dad, and my mom went to see a Broadway show. My parents are separated, but they'll get together for occasions if it involves me or whatever. They're friendly. Anyway, we went to see Rocky on Broadway. Love wins. That's the tagline. It was great, by the way. Rocky on Broadway was really great. I don't think people got it. But I had to tell my father, I go, look, Dad, Rocky's going to start singing. And so maybe don't, don't be shocked or call him a fruit or anything like that, And although I will say my father's not really an Archie Bunker type, he's pretty relaxed for someone who grew up in New York City and went to Woodstock and hitchhiked across country. My mother is probably thinking right now, well, where is my tribute? But her birthday is not until May. In fact, her birthday is during the M3 Music Festival. She would like to go. My mother is a fan of this music. Anyway, it's enough about my parents. They don't. They shouldn't get too much time. It goes to their heads as well. Skylar agrees. Diamond Dave is one of the best frontmen ever. Yeah, this is no arguing. Rob's been listening to Little Ain't Enough. Even the worst Dave records are still better than no, uh, none at all. And let's see. Best frontman ever is Freddie. Well, I see people like that. I'm not a Queen's not really my thing. Crazy. Uh, does Steven do vocal warm-ups? Oh, absolutely. If you watch my tour diaries, he puts a chip in hot salsa and decides if his voice is ready. Dave, Steven doesn't really consider himself a singer. He'll tell you, I shout at you, I yell at you. That's what I do. Um, I would take 50% of Dave versus 100% of something like that. There, couldn't agree more. Couldn't be more. M3 is going to be a blast. It is. It's going to be a fun time. And some people go, well, I don't like the lineup. And I see what some of the people say. Oh, well, I would go if, Baton Rouge reunited. You're in the minority. People got to get their heads together. We're trying to sell tickets, not me personally, but to large quantities. Van Halen doesn't get bigger than that. And by the way, I'm not the biggest Van Halen fan. There's a lot of people who are way bigger than me, but he is the guy. Brian Kirk says Dave will arrive 5 minutes before, leave, and go to the airport back home. 100%. There ain't going to be no Dave after party. Thomas says, I rock. Love the road post. Thank you. Tune in and watch those things. And yes, happy birthday to my dad. 78 years old, and he's meeting chicks at bars. Awesome. Yes. He's got a lot of charisma. How much does Steven sell meet and greets for on show nights? So it's $150 on this is not Stephen Warren now. I'm talking about Stephen Piercy's solo show. It's $150. You get 3 items signed that you bring. You get a photo signed as well, and he'll sign your laminate. So you get 5 autographs. That's a pretty good deal. You get a convenient tote bag, and that's it. And it's cheaper than everybody else. And it's not because we're trying to people get jealous that Steven's affordable. He wants to make it affordable for people. The meet and greet business is an expensive. It's a part of touring. It's a necessity to doing these things, and we've decided to keep them, as fair as possible. And I recommend you come to them. It's fun. It's a party. Steven likes to hang out and talk and hear your stories, and I like to see everyone. And it could end up on a tour diary um, as well. So that's that. And I should mention right now that on June the 7th, this is a world exclusive. I'm going to be representing a few people at the Hollywood show. I've got a few guests appearing. A long time ago, I did these convention bookings. Sean Clark, this is what he does. I just do it sometimes on the side to help some friends and whatever. But anyway, I'm going to have Stephen Piercy and Whit Hertford, who is the actor from the Lay It Down video. And for the first time ever, you're going to get a chance to meet young Stephen and the current Stephen and take a picture if you're a fan. This is part of the 40-year Invasion celebration. I'm telling you first, it'll be public soon. But if you're going to be in the Burbank, California area on June 7th, come out, see Stephen Piercy and Whit Hertford. Also, Simon Wright of AC/DC and Dio is going to be there. And also Mark Torgel, who plays the Toxic Avenger. He's Melvin, who turns into the Toxic Avenger. All going to be there with me, and we're going to have a good time on June 7th. Some of them will be there June 6th and 7th. More as we get closer, but I wanted to let you know that. And that you just pay to get in, and then there's a charge for whatever you want. But it's a fun way to hang out, and there's going to be other great celebrities there, including Ted Neely, who played Jesus in Jesus Christ superstar. And Jesus Christ, would you look at the time? I got to get this show moving. Oh, hold on. Got to get the show moving. You guys are here for action figures. Happy birthday to my dad. Thank you. From my dad. He would thank you if he could. Blas was not only an amazing addition to the band, but he's brought a lot to the tour. I gotta agree. What you see is what you get. He's a good guy. Uh, this is Richard, and Richard says, "Hey, Jason, I know this might be off subject. Not sure if you ever did it one of your own on my most favorite band. What do you think about the band Riot? Fire Down Under the Masterpiece. I'm not an expert. I should be though. I'll have to work on it. We finally watched Romeo and Juliet, and it was wild ride, fun movie. The credits were epic. I listen. I'm not the biggest fan of that movie, but I did write a draft of it. Eventually, it said additional material written by, but I do play Sergeant Kabuki Man NYPD in the masquerade ball scene. You know, people ask me to sign the weirdest things. I appreciate when people bring trauma stuff. It's much cooler. Okay. I'm drawing a blank. What's the guy who played guitar for Steven, him and Matt on the road with you? You were black. I believe you mean Johnny of Monaco, Sir Johnny of Monaco. Yes, he is. He's Johnny's an amazing guitar player and a funny guy too. Axel is the best frontman ever. I would not agree with that. I like Axel, but greatest frontman, it's pushing it. Green Eye Girl agrees that Bloss is the one is amazing. And happy birthday, Mr. Green. Yes, Senior Green. Um, Now there's a story everyone want to hear about my dad traveling Woodstock. I know. Yeah, well, maybe my dad will come on sometime. But he'll get angry halfway through and leave, though. He doesn't like to stay long. Let's see. How much is the Great Jason Green meet and greet package, Sin City package? We're working on it. I think, I saw this guy, and he's in a band a really overrated band, and he offers this package where you come to Vegas and he'll drive you around. I thought, what about if we do a package where me and Johnny Monaco, you come to Vegas, Johnny will pick you up in his car, it has 200,000 miles on it. We'll take you out to dinner, you pay, and you go home with beads and trinkets, like the Indians who sold Manhattan Island. Okay. Hoping you and Steven come back to another horror convention. Could happen. We're trying. Listen, things have gotten so crazy with the announcement of Warren DeMartini and Thomas with the stupid question of the day. How the fuck is Dio going to be in Burbank in June? Well, it's Simon Wright who played drums for Dio. Listen up, Thomas. Come on. Open your ears. And yeah, there's a Jason. And then Blast is a chill dude. I think Blast is Bloss, Thomas. Thomas, you're having a hard day out there. When he met that Mexican NBC guy, he was starstruck. That is true. He was starstruck by that character. Sir Johnny, the sockless wonder who dates robots, possibly. Also, no. Now, Thomas, you redeemed yourself. Johnny DeMonaco. He's an amazing guitarist, hilarious. Starbucks chick pours too much milk in his coffee. Yes, thank you. Lorraine says she would love to come hang out with me and Johnny. So, see, I think it'd be huge. I mentioned it to him. I think he might be up for it. Wondering if you will be doing a tour diary for Piercy DiMartino. I better not say anything. Let's just keep it between us. Confidential. Let's see. Mother's Day was his favorite Truman movie. I didn't watch the remake. Mother's Day was made by Lloyd Kaufman's brother, Charles. And all right, well, I think we got through. Let's talk action figures. So I went to Sean Clark's Christmas party. You guys should know Sean Clark. He has a show called Horror's Hollow Grounds on YouTube, and every Wednesday, for the most part, he sits in here with me on Wednesday 13. He's also a connoisseur of pop culture, and he books conventions and things like that. So we went to his Christmas party, and I met a guy named Rich. And Rich is a throat cancer survivor. I think that's public, I hope. But I had a hard time hearing him. I'm hard of hearing already, mostly wax in my ears that I got to get cleaned. When you tour with rock bands and you stand by drums all night, your ears get screwed up. I have an endorsement coming soon for a product that's going to help, but I can't talk about it right now. Top secret. So Rich was talking to me about doing a scan. And sometimes when I can't hear somebody or read their lips, I just look at Michelle as if she can translate. We do it all the time. I'm going to be in a restaurant and they'll ask me a question. I just look at her like this, like just that look, and then she has to explain it. It's a lot like the end of Karate Kid when Mr. Miyagi has to act like he doesn't speak English and he's the trainer, and Allie with an eye has to translate. And then the guy says, "Thank you." Mr. Miyagi he goes, "You're welcome." It's kind of like that. So, by the way, Cobra Kai last season, incredible. They redeemed themselves. It was incredible. Um, so Rich was asking me to do a facial scan. I didn't even know that we were at a Christmas party. I didn't know I was scanning. And I said, you know who would be good for a scan is Wednesday 13. Figured let him go first. What if it's dangerous? You know, and and then I saw it and he goes, no, I can sculpt figures and things out of you. And I said, well, I've always wanted an action figure. Sculpt away. So we did a 3D scan of my face, and it was detailed. It had scars. It's on this side that I got when I was a kid, and it looked pretty cool. And I was like, okay, well, I'm glad I did it. Rich is an interesting guy. His name is Richard Morrill. Morrill, Morrill. Rich, if you're watching, I'm sorry if I pronounce it wrong. He was the original singer for Korn, if you will. He was in a band called LAPD. That was Korn's name before. And two of the guys, I know Fieldy was in the band, and maybe Monkey. I get mixed up. But anyway, he left. I believe he had some addiction issues. It's his story. He's going to come on the show one day and talk about it. And so he, but anyway, he was in the band LAPD, who later became Korn. Jonathan Davis took over, and he has a hair kind of business. It's called Hair Nerd. I don't exactly know what they do. I'm sorry that I'm unprepared, but he said he was going to make me these action figures. And I said, that sounds fantastic. And I thought, well, we'll go into business, him and I, and and I'll pay him to mold, to make figures or give me the mold. So I didn't really know what to expect. And the first thing he showed me is he made a bust of me. Now he made busts of Wednesday also, and they were popular, by the way. We sold a ton of those busts at the last Creepy Con convention. So here's my bust, and I looked at it and I go, What the hell is this? Is this some kind of satanic prog goth goat boy? I don't know. Although the bust on the model is a lot better than the bust I have. I've got to do something. I'm probably a B cup right now. Anyway, maybe that's TMI. But so I said, well, okay. I mean, this is not what I was picturing. This does not look like a Star Wars action figure, but all right. Listen, he's an artist. Who am I to tell an artist what to do? And then he sent me this one. This looks like a He-Man figure or of sorts. And then I'm thinking, what am I wearing? And why am I? What is going on here? It's not right. It's not right. And so I messaged him and I said, well, I kind of would like an action figure. I meant like me in my jacket, like I look right now, but with pants on. And so I don't know. This is what's next. And I said, what do I do with this? I had to ask him, what do I do with this? And this is what he suggested. He said, well, you can do this. And I guess take my action figure out on the town with ladies, I guess. And I was still confused. And then I tried to give a little notation about what I would like, and then I got this, and I thought to myself, what am I going to do with this? I mean, the package is all right, and the abs are very similar to my actual abs. Uh, 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 but anyway, the face does look like me. And then I thought, how on earth am I going to sell this to somebody, right? So Rich is such a nice guy, and he's a cool guy, and he wants to come on the show, not to sell anything, just because he wants to have a good time. He wants to waste some time. And he goes, "Hey, listen, I got to get these things out to you." It's like, okay. So I got a PO box. And by the way, if you guys want to send me things, you can. And so he sent me this box, and in this box is the brand new Jason Green action figures available wherever fine toys are sold. So we'll start with this. This is a bust. Yeah, by the way, if you guys are watching and you see an item you like, please let me know. It could be yours. I don't think Rich would mind. I'll sign it for you right there in a silver pen. All right, so that's the first one. My bust comes in all sizes. Here's a smaller one for those of you maybe who are not. Yeah, this is like a handful, if that's what you're into. Look, and this might be satanic. I'm not sure, but don't knock it till you've tried it. Then I'll get to that in a second. Then, oh, I got another one of these. By the way, these are all individually. They're everyone is different. Nothing is the same. I mean, look how handsome that is. Uh, get your bids in now, please. Okay, so there's that. And I mean, I'm in the action figure business. And in this one, I call this one a DIY. That doesn't mean that I'm trying to take your job. It means you can do it yourself. This one you can paint. Have you ever thought about painting? The butt is kind of accurate. I've got a big J-Lo butt. But if you've ever thought about painting my package, well, this is the figure for you to do that with. Beautiful. You could have relations with my figure. I won't tell anyone. And then, okay, we'll get to that. Hold on. I mean, this is strange, right? Rich, I don't mean to make fun of you. I mean, this is your vision, and then there's a mini one for those of you who just want a little collectible of me, a little keepsake of me. Baby, look at the face. Uh, it does look like me. I mean, it was molded after my face. The abs might have been somebody else. All right, so then I got this do-it-yourself kit. You can put this together yourself. So all it is it's like junk parts, right? So you start with my handsome face and a torso. And again, look at it. I mean, it's a little creepy. It looks like a death mask, or they call them life masks, but Sean Clark has them all over his garage. So then what you do, I think this is my junk right here. I can't tell which side is which, but I think you plug it in here. Oh, hold on. This can't be good television. All right. Well, look at that. I think that's right. And then you got to have legs. And I'm thinking there's some crazy glue involved in this process. Okay, there's a leg. And oh wait, oh, I put it on backwards. Sorry. You guys enjoying this? Okay, hold on. I got butterfingers. Like when I was a kid. Well, actually I was older, but I wanted to build those models because I thought it looked so cool. And you guys paying attention? And this could be yours, by the way. You could be building this thing yourself. This is, and hey, look, it's an honor. It's an honor that Rich uh, uh, thought of enough of me to put me in a loincloth with battle armor. Think how good that is. This could be yours. I just got to get the. Come on. Oh. Well, anyway, so you get the point. I've got figures, and you guys can have these. And Rich is going to have to come on, and maybe he'll explain why he is such a fan of these, what his style is, and I think it's great. And I think Rich doesn't want to make a boring, a boring thing. He does anyway. He sent me some hair care products too. I believe his company is called Hair Nerd. If you want to get it, you can use this on wet or dry hair. This is firm hold, all day hold and volume. It's aluminum free and it's TSA approved, plastic free packaging, waterless hair fixative for men and women. So if you guys need a fixative, that's where you go. And these are shampoo sheets by Hair Nerd, and no water needed. You just stick this in your hair. And they call this dry shampoo. But anyway, Hair Nerd. Thank you, Rich, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Let's see what you guys were saying about some of these things. So I was so busy putting that together that I didn't know what to do. Yeah, why does my action figure look like a member of Manowar? It definitely does. You, Wednesday, and Sean all should have action figures. Well, we do. He made them for all of us. Mine just happens to be the most, you know. Yeah, it's my face on Doyle's body. Minotaur green, and I like that. And head looks pretty good on that. Thank you. I take pride in my head. Um, I love when I said it's not well. Yes, it was not right. When did these go on sale? Well, right now. Right now, make an offer. Make a big super chat, and they'll be on my big black bust. Will be on its way to you to be on your shelf. Great thighs, thank you. Looks like I've been working out. Yeah, yeah, it shows. Uh, Maybe he used my shower scene image. By the way, for the record, not today's tour diary, but the next tour diary, there's another shower scene. And this one, I actually record the shower while you're not going to believe it. Toxic Avenger green, I like that. Uh, Creature from Las Vegas, not bad. Maybe he needs cheetah print. Well, Brian Kirk says he would buy one 100%. Chris thinks it's creepy. Thomas says the chest was to scale. Uh, and is it Sour Shoes Billy Crystal impression from Howard Stern? So it's not funny and it's not fun. Well, that's not an impression. That's actually Billy Crystal. He said that to Stuttering John on the Howard Stern show. He said, what he does is not funny and it's not fun. And you could take this back to Howard and tell him to stick it up his ass. That's where it's not funny, it's not fun comes from. It's Not Right is a kind of a combination of an old actor named Soupy Sales, a TV show. I met him, he was 1,000, and he would say, I don't like puppet shows or whatever. He would always complain about something. It's not right. I don't like it. It was a variation, and now I've turned it into my own. It's not right. So that's where it comes from. Kind of freaky, Jason. A bit freaky. Hail, Jason. Legend. Yeah, it does have a legend thing. Me and Tim Curry. Careful, you could poke your eye out with that. Yeah, that is true. We haven't had a super chat all show. Not one. Shows you how much people think of me. Paint Jason's badonk donk. Yeah. Hey now, waste some time and X-ray vision and peel back 6 million. Yeah. And there is a company that was a CreepyCon that makes action figures that actually have you in your clothing. Yeah, I missed it. It says I was in the booth. But how the hell did I miss that? And people asking how much. I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. I haven't thought about it. Are they plastic or clay? That's a good question. I guess plastic. It's a 3D printed. By the way, for the ladies watching, I mean, could you imagine spending a lonely night with that? I mean, I can't, but I spent a lot of lonely nights with it. And some people like the style. It's very cool for that style. Well, somebody makes a big enough super chat, you're going to take the damn thing home. Put the bust on Johnny's dashboard. Yeah. They would sell like hotcakes at the Renaissance Fair. Well, maybe that's my future. Wolf says put them in the online store. Maybe you want to put. Hold on. Let me see if production department. Maybe we should put one in the online store. I mean, maybe after the show, we'll put them in the store. And oh, and thank you for the super chats, by the way. Down is up. Thank you. I hate to sound like I'm begging. Uh, Begging, please put your little hands in mine. Please be safe flying. And in Texas, look forward to the video. Yes, thank you so much. Appreciate it. And David, wow, everyone's so nice. I mean, I had to push you guys to be nice, but I'll take it. Thank you. Thank you very much. $1 million. I don't know. We're gonna put this thing. We're gonna put these up. How come you never show hot groupies on your tour posts? That's a good question. Maybe I don't want people to know what happens. Maybe I don't want you to. Maybe I want you to think that we go to Culver's in the middle of the night and gorge ourselves with ice creams and go back to the room and stare at the ceiling like a bunch of jackasses. Maybe I keep all the hot chicks out, or maybe there are none. Let's see here. Wolf thinks $30 for an action figure is good. Hair Nerd is here. Oh my God. Hair Nerd says $1 million. Hair Nerd, I hope you're not mad that oh, now he says $1. uh, I hope you're not mad that of my interpretation, and you have to come on the show and explain what you were thinking. What is your thing? No groupies, just BJs. Well, that might be true. Ice cream over wild women. Well, most of the guys in this band are either in relationships or think they're in relationships, and that kind of thing. No, okay, Hair Nerd gets it. That's Rich, by the way. And Rich, thank you so much. And we're having a little fun. Dave Balls is here. Dave, I think you need my big black bust. Dave, I think you would like one of these. Dave is a collector. He is a waste some time collector, and he's made me actually some of the. This is a museum quality piece. Oof, that one scares me a little bit. That one might be for you. What you do is you put it outside. It keeps the coyotes away. You put it on your lawn. You don't have any no crows, no nothing. This that'll take care of it. And yeah. Okay, let's see here. I think they're in relationships. Well, some people think, some people don't. Wild shenanigans backstage are highlighted. Yeah. There was one show we went to where one of the bands was behaving so outdated that there was a woman, a young woman, and she was there with her mother. And I think it was the daughter. Was it the daughter or was it the mother who was offering the dairy?
That was the mother.
So the mother was able to produce dairy, and she would allow strange men to suckle and receive dairy. Now, the prices of groceries are going through the roof. I mean, eggs and milk and dairy are very expensive right now. I was told that any day now everything's going to go down, every gas, everything. But so far they're up. Our prices are up. But this woman was so kind that she was sharing her milk with all these random men, and from the opening band, they all received. They lined up to receive. That was the strangest thing that I had seen in a while. And listen, I've seen this lineup is pretty mild, but I've toured with guys where you did not want to be in the room next to them, and the tramps are coming and going. And anyway, Dave Ball says he might have to get one of these. I just tuned in. Well, Dave, I don't know. Rich, who was the singer pre-Corn of a band called LAPD, legendary guy in his own right, he designed these for me, and and obviously I'm going to keep one for myself. I mean, I'm honored, but I thought maybe I could share my parts with one of you. So we'll figure it out. Maybe it'll be in the store. Oh, down is up. Thank you. 1313. Much appreciated. You rock the show. Hi to Michelle as well. Yes. Michelle is going to be listing my body parts on the market. I mean, I don't really know what to price them at. That's the problem. I just don't know what to do. At least they knew it was fresh milk. Yeah, true. I can tell you that nobody in our organization received the complimentary dairy. Like that, I can attest to. And I will also say that Stephen Piercy was not present during the presentation of the milk. He was not there. So it was strange though, and the daughter didn't seem to mind. Mom, yeah. Someone says auction highest bidder wins. I mean, I don't know. We could do a super chat. I don't know what a limit is. Hold on. What do we got here? I mean, I would like to give this one to somebody. So if you're watching and you want this, I don't know, highest super chat. What do you think? Should we say anyone over 50 bucks? Whoever goes the highest? 40 bucks? Put it on the site? All right, but then it's a fixed price. Maybe people want to get into a bidding war for this.
But then they're paying.
Sorry, I was having a production meeting. Look, I don't know what to do. Hey, Dr. Paul Trentino is here. Sorry, not been around. I've been working with RK Jr. improving more pet medicine for human use. Thank goodness somebody with some sense is on the job. Dr. Paul, we've missed you, and I'm glad that you're here. David Carrasco, you could pick it up in St. Charles, but I got news for you. That show's been canceled. So don't wait. Uh, uh, yeah, don't. It's been postponed, if you will. We'll figure out what to do with these things. Some of the stuff yes, Lisa with the good news talking about the plane. Yeah, I mean 49.95. I feel like if somebody super chatted 49.95, I would give them my big black bus. Why not? And then if someone bid more, then they would steal my big black bust. It looks a little bit like Al Jolson. Where the hell did I put it? Is that it? Or is it this one? Yes, this one. This is the biggest one, by the way. And I hope Rich doesn't mind me auctioning his artwork, but I want it to go somewhere where it'll be seen and could scare pigeons. Uh, I can't even say what Dr. Paul just said, but we are welcoming him back. Yeah, let the bidding war begin. I agree. Uh, yeah, Dr. Paul. Yeah, and it does look a tad Al Jolson, but that's all right. This is Gene Simmons from Kiss, and all right, let's see what happens. I only got a little bit longer. I wanted to comment on something. I watched the Saturday Night Live special, SNL, 50 years. 50 years. I'm 50 years old and I kick, stretch, and kick. Anyway, on the Netflix, or maybe it's on the Peacock, there's a 3-hour concert. And I really enjoyed it. I'm not going to lie. I started early and I'm like, Bad Bunny, just not for me. I mean, maybe Bad Bunny's great. He's a Boricua from Puerto Rico and maybe he's great, but this is not for me. And then Miley Cyrus came out and she's atrocious. And I kind of liked Miley Cyrus, but oh my God, was she terrible. And then she had this other broad with her, Brandy Howard. I think that's her name. Who cares? It was terrible. They butchered it. They sang Queen of all things. Holy shit, it was bad. Uh, uh, and so I was going to turn it off, and then all of a sudden, Devo was on it. And that was pretty cool. And then I'm a fan of the Backstreet Boys. Backstreet was back. All right, they were reunited. I enjoyed it. I like all the metal acts, and I wanted to make notes while I was watching it because there was some really good stuff. Cher, Turning Back Time, 82 years old. I think I don't know how old she is, but she got her old ass out, and it was fun. It was good. And then Jack White closed it. I kept thinking, I like Jack White, but I thought, is that the closer? I was like, where's Paul McCartney? And of course, they saved Paul McCartney for the actual SNL in the studio where he did the Abbey Road medley, "Golden Slumbers Carry That Weight," the end, and it was great. I mean, Paul McCartney is we talk about David Roth. Paul McCartney is the greatest living rock star in history. I mean, nobody wrote songs like that, performed like that, and he's still doing good. And he is in his 80s, obviously. So I enjoy that. And then the Nirvana reunion. How controversial! Post Nirvana, featuring Dave Grohl, Chris Novoselic, and Pat Smear, with the part of Kurt Cobain playing by Post Malone. Now, listen, I don't know what I think about Posty. He looks ridiculous. This guy looks so stupid. But I hear he's the nicest guy in the world. I've never heard a bad thing about him. I mean, nothing. I've heard that he just goes out of his way to be nice to fans and charity and everything. I've never heard a bad thing. And maybe he's not for me, but young people love him. And so I have to admit, I'm an old person now. Excuse me while I take a drink because I'm so old, I get dehydrated. Anyway, I thought he was good. He played guitar and he sang, not an easy gig to do, and he did it. And I don't like Jelly Roll stinks too. That guy's terrible. That is the worst. He ruined Ozzy, and then last night he ruined Johnny Cash. He not only looks stupid, he is stupid. Not for me. But Post Malone, I'm all right with Nirvana reunion, and so many great performances, and look, it's good. And then I watched the full SNL special, and it was funny too. And then at the end, like I said, Paul McCartney. I am so sick of Dave Grohl. So anybody but Dave Grohl being the spokesperson for rock, I'm okay with it. Like I thought for a while, Jack White was supposed to be, who by the way looks a lot like Glenn Danzig now. Jack White and Dave Grohl are not missing the buffet. I'll tell you that much. And Dave Grohl's eating for two. He's got a family that's not his. Well, his now that he's got to take care of. But I like seeing him play the damn drums on Nirvana songs. I don't need any Foo Fighters in my life. I'm good. Oversaturated. Okay, love Devo. Excuse me. I like Devo too. Um, I want the Darkness to open for Rat on the upcoming 40-date U.S. Arena. Also, any chance we're with Justin Hawkins? I have Justin Hawkins' number around here, so that could happen. 40-date tour. You're talking top secret information. Paul McCartney still great, 100%. Posty likes his beer. Posty love it. Did you ever go to the Rock for Ronnie? They announced Sebastian as the headliner and surprised Ahmed Zapp as the host, not Eddie Trunk. I don't know. I don't know. The Michelle action figure would be awesome. Would sell out. Yes, yes, it would. I'd hate to know what would happen to it. Let's see. Seen Sir Paul twice. Great entertainer. Yeah, he's the best. A scholar watched a few clips. Rather see Joan Jett over Kurt. I don't. I saw Joan Jett try it. I think Posty was better. I like Joan Jett a lot, but I think Posty kind of nailed it. And he reaches a different generation. There's young people discovering Nirvana. Nirvana wasn't my favorite band, and I told the story before, but I met Kurt Cobain at that Saturday Night Live that they played, and he's wearing the same clothes in my picture that he wore in the pictures there. Yes, Jeffrey Tambor does look like the bass player for Nirvana. Speaking of Jeffrey Tambor, I'm going to the Roper's house, spinoff of Three's Company. I need you guys to watch my videos where I go to classic '80s locations. I got to get out of here in 10 minutes. But I went to the house from Give Me a Break. Not a lot of people are watching because you don't know what Give Me a Break is with Nell Carter, but check it out. The video before that, I went to the Eastland Academy where they filmed The Facts of Life. And then before that, I went to the diner from Alice. Coming up, I'm going to The House from Happy Days. I'm going to, like I said, the House from the Ropers. Punky Brewster, Benson. There's so much good stuff. If you're a fan of classic TV, follow along. Tattoos on the face is not a great facial look. Now, listen, I agree with you, but who knows? Maybe we're in the minority. I got a feeling, to quote Chips Enough, Posty's getting a lot of trim. Anyway, for a while, I thought Post Malone and Jelly Roll were the same guy. Yes, except Jelly Roll looks like he ate Post Malone. Yes, please, less Dave Grohl. Are we not men? No, we are Devo. Why was Dana Carvey not there? I don't know. Last second, he didn't go. Bill Hader didn't go. Dana Carvey didn't go. And more importantly, uh, 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 Dan Aykroyd wasn't there. I'm sorry, Thomas. You say stupid stuff sometimes, and I'm going to highlight one. Who needs Warren DeMartini, the original guitar player of Rat, who wrote all the guitar parts? Uh, 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 when Johnny DeMonico going to handle it. I know you're trying to be funny. Look, I love Johnny, but Johnny is going to do other things. This is not the last of Johnny. He's going to do things, and there's still solo shows. But I think you were just trying to be funny. Sometimes it's not good though when you have to explain humor. Uh, okay, Joe, excuse me, Jennings. Love the Give Me a Break video. Thank you. I'm glad you watched it. Classic location videos are my faves. Great. Like them, comment on them, do whatever you can to get them into the algorithm. I don't want to talk too much about how YouTube works, but engagement is everything. This channel is so popular now that there's a fake waste some time channel. I don't want to say too much. I don't want people to look for it. But there's a person who does basically my content and uses the name Waste Some Time and hoping that it'll uh, it'll help them. It doesn't. Um, all right. Anyway, will you do a Warren and Steven interview? If I did, it would be a lot better than the one that's out there. But no comment right now. One day, one day. Yes, Dr. Paul hates name squatters. Uh, Johnny sings too. Dio, believe it or not. Dio? How about Queensryche? Johnny Monaco sang Queen of the Reich. He's a talented guy and he can do a lot of things. And like I said, you have not heard the last of them. Lake Town said we should harass them. Well, no, because we don't want to even give them any engagement. But I'll let you know, though, if it becomes a bigger thing. Does it make a difference if we watch videos logged in or not? I'm not necessarily logged in. Helps if you are liking the video. Likes will not count unless you're logged in. Okay. Robin Craig says, "Hey Jason, no tats for me. Hope you guys come back to Tulsa this year. I think we're going to be. I think I'm not supposed to say it, but I think we're in Oklahoma much late. Yes, the tour date department informed me that we will be there, but I can't say anything about it. I cannot tell you that much later this year, Oklahoma. Can't even tell you who's in the band. I would love to see Johnny Monaco be the second guitar player for Quite Riot. That'd be cool. Well, Quite Riot only has one guitar player, so why would he be the second guitar player? And Johnny's good enough to be the only guitar player. Johnny, yes, yes. Okay. Are you still going to manage Johnny and Eric while Pierce? Hey, what are you crazy? What deal with those losers for? I got bigger things going on. No, and someone will go back and tell them I said that. I got to sit on planes with these guys. No, I have nothing to do with them. I don't manage their personal careers. I got nothing to do with it. Uh, yes, that's all I can say about that. I got to get out of here in a minute. Yes, Peter Sandoval, thank you. Like, comment, share. It helps. I mean, it's not a completely fair system. This algorithm. Um, the idea is that it reaches you with things that you want to watch. So here's the problem: a lot of you guys found my channel from interviews with guys from the hair metal genre. Eddie Trunk doesn't like when you say that. The hair metal genre, and so then it only recommends you videos that are similar. And I don't. You gotta. It's tricky because they're trying to find an audience. Now the Alice videos is almost 62,000. They found an audience for it, but some of these things, they just there's no audience. Excuse me. I talk about the algorithm as if it was an actual thing. All right, I got 5 minutes. I got to get out of here. I was happy to do this. Will you still be doing a show Wednesday? I'm not sure. I would like to do it from the road Wednesday night, but I'm not positive I can. I'd like to. Will you have? Sorry. Will you have Carlos on again? Yeah, maybe. Carlos always has a terrible connection. Maybe we'll do it in person because if you've watched my two interviews, and by the way, thank you, Carlos Cavazzo, the biggest interview on my channel, 120,000 views. Uh, anyway, I appreciate all of you folks. Uh, hmm, all right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Why don't you do it on the road? Well, we might. We might. Could happen. James says Johnny is a drama queen. Some people may think that. Here's Jason. Hey now, Jason has been on a cruise, swingers singles cruise. He's been going all over the country, looking for trim. Jason, how's it been going? Uh, and Menudo reunion tour. Yes, my first concert was Menudo with Ricky Martin. Have you ever thought about interviewing Steve Stevens? Yeah, I have. We'll see. A lot of lead guitar players are drama queens. Would you interview Eddie Robinson from Alley Cat Scratch? Probably not. No offense to Eddie Robinson, I just don't know if anyone knows what Alley Cat Scratch is. Although I bet you there's someone in the M3 group who's like, "Oh my God, David Lee Roth! Wow, where's Alley Cat Scratch?" Um, okay. Oh boy, I'm getting tired. I've got a lot of packing to do. I've got a lot of. I'm going to be on the road for a while now, and when I get home, now Vic Fox would be good. That's who should be in Enough's Enough, and I'd like to have him on the show. We'll see. Um, uh, sorry. And then I'm going on cruises for 2 weeks on the sea, the '80s cruise, and then the Monsters of Rock cruise. 8 days on the '80s cruise, 5 days on the Monsters of Rock cruise. Going to be crazy. I'm going to bring you a live video uh, every day. It's going to be crazy. You won't believe it. FMK, the Charlie's Angels, easy. I'm going to marry Jacqueline Smith. She's very, very wealthy. I'm going to F Tanya Roberts. She's dead. I would do it before. And Kay Jackson was never my favorite. She's got to go. Okay. Jason had a great time. He just got back. He's catching up on vids. Well, there's nothing but fine content for you to catch up on. I'm glad you're back. You'll have to come back on the show. Do you get sick? Well, I mean, occasionally I get sick, but maybe you mean seasick, and not really. But we'll see. First time for everything. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Do you get sick of traveling at times? Yes, a lot. It's all I want to do, though. I say this constantly, and then I'm going to go. Is that in the end, the way life works is you drop dead. Spoiler alert: you drop dead. And I've had some tough times in my life. I've lost people who were close to me. I've gone through some health issues, and I believe you're making up for lost time. Get the hell out there and live. World is crazy. It's a crazy place. Get out there and live. And so that's why I do it. And so, yeah, I'm tired. The Christmas season that we had was the most insane ever. No one's travels like I do, and I was tired. But after a few days, I'm ready to go back out. Davy Vane interview, Mike and Tracy. I spoke to Davy Vane 2 days ago, and he's ready. And we're going to try to lock in a time. It's getting a little tough. Lorraine, I'm looking forward to seeing you. Just need to get your effing passport. Yeah, you got to get on that. I had some passport issues once. Sebastian Bach had a passport, so they didn't let him on a boat. Um, Yeah, I was almost checked in too, but we had some technical difficulties that we'll have to figure out. I remember the pea bed that the Mohawk dude slept in. Yes, that was called Pea Gate. Very famous episode of the show. Get out and live. Look, one day, if you don't find out, yeah, you don't know that you're going to die. So what if you wake up and worse than dying, you find out you got a terminal illness, or you have gangrene of your ball sack, or you lose your toe. Who the hell knows what could happen? A game show host gets elected president. You don't know what's going to happen. And so you be safe and be smart and go out there and live. Do things. Get out there. Enjoy it. The world is great. Not just the United States. There's a whole world that people are missing out on. Canada is beautiful this time of year. I'll be there soon. So live, live, live. Who's the next rocker to die? Ozzy? Question mark. I mean, I don't know. I mean, Ozzy's not the healthiest, but the over under is 2.5, and how many people will be in the Monster Rock freezer by the end? It could happen. Jimmy Bain was in the freezer, not on Monsters Rock, but it could happen. Uh, some of these things I'm going to skip. I like this one. At 64, death is on the mind a lot. Yeah, it sucks. I wish it wasn't. But James, your facts are slightly off. Um, but yeah, listen, live, live, have no regrets. Oh, Sean Brown. Sean, thank you so much. Hello, everyone. Jason, I just received your latest postcard in the mail. I'm always looking forward to your next tour diary. I'd love to see Stephen Piercy with Warren in Philly. The lack of rock shows in the area has been disappointing. Sean, thank you so much. I didn't realize you were in the Philly area. I'm going to be in the Pittsburgh area. Uh, I don't know if there's a Stephen shows near you, but we'll figure it out. But Sean, thank you. I haven't seen you in a little while, and I'm glad that. And I'm glad you got the postcard. That's a cool thing. I got to promote that. We only have one package left of that. Sean, was yours signed by somebody else? Yeah, because I had Bloss and I had Matt sign half the postcards. Let us know, Sean, which one you got if you're still watching. Maybe you just like to super chat and run. But either way, I appreciate it. Green Eyed Girl, thank you. Appreciate all you do toward our interviews and more. Safe travels. Thank you, Green Eyed Girl. If Van Morrison rewrote the song, it would be about you, and your eyes would be green, not brown. Yeah, Sean deserves an action figure. Sean, if you want an action figure, I'd be happy to give it to you. Hard Chick got one signed by Matt. Very cool. Johnny Mojo Nixon died on a theme cruise. Yes, thank you. I'll be very careful. Where the hell is that message? Pittsburgh is about 5 to 6 hours from Philly. Yeah, it's rough. I don't see a Philly show yet. I don't see it yet. Tour Diary Mount Rushmore and Bear Country was one of the best. Thank you. That was a fun one. I like when people say stuff like Piercy needs to add Vertex songs. And never going to happen. Vertex was the most ridiculous thing he ever did. I saw it open for Manowar, and I didn't know what the hell I was looking at. Listen, it might be great, but this is about Rat, and this is about 40 years of invasion of your privacy right now. While there might be one person who says, I like to hear solo, or one person who says, I like to hear Vertex or Arcade. Arcade, we hear more. It's about Rat. But people want to hear Rat. And Bear Country was awesome. I was glad you can join me. David, God, Protzman. I hope I said that right. David, Surf Ballroom. So I hope you're going to be there, David. Will I see you? I hope so. I'm looking forward to it. It's very cold, I heard. I'm also looking for someone who wants to drive me to the crash site of the music dive. So, David, if you want to go, let me know. I'm in Iowa for a very short time. JC, also known as Jesus Christ, says rat and roll. And we appreciate you. And now I have to go wonder if I said anything that would get me in trouble. Hope the show comes to Chicago. We don't get to Chicago enough. and we just had to postpone an Illinois show. Please do not think I'm a troll. I'm a fan of Rat, and your road posts. You are awesome, dude. Take care of your diabetes. Thank you. Thank you. You guys know some deep songs. Seventh Heaven would be cool live. How about Seventh Avenue off Dancing Undercover? Uh, Bloss aged well, for sure. Too freaking cold in St. Charles. Well, it is pretty cold. He never told us. Sean just likes to super chat and run. I'll have to see if he would like a figure. And if Rich is watching, Rich, you got anything we can plug? I should have plugged it better. I mean, the hair thing was really cool, and I will use it. My hair on the road is disgusting. Uh, kind of looks like this, like that. Ooh. Anyway, I'm looking forward to signing these for some people. Rich may never speak to me again, so get these while you can. Uh, have you ever been to Emerson in India? I don't think I have. Bloss is a good-looking man, and I'm 100% heterosexual. I say 100%. I like to leave a little something open. Hey, here's hair nerd. Thanks for playing along. And he says he's good. Thank you. Listen, come on the show, Rich, and let's talk about LAPD. Not the people who beat Rodney King, but the band that you were in pre Corn. And let's talk about how you got involved with this. I think it's just a cool thing. Oh, here's Sean. Okay, thank you, Sean. Sean said all of the postcards I received were been signed by you. I actually live in southern New Jersey, which is closest to me. That's so weird. You should have got one signed. The shipping department swears. Maybe you got to look carefully and see. Rich is down, so Rich will be on. We'll come on a live show. Maybe when Sean's here too. Anyway, Sean, look again because there was four, and the bottoms were signed by Bloss and Matt. Two went to Bloss, two Matt, and I made sure that I said on it their names so you knew. Best chick band, L7. I really like L7 of chick bands. We need a Utah show. Liquid Joe's is in Draper. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be any more shows like that. I think we could be back in Utah at some point, but I think the club shows are over. Actually, if you see a small venue, Stephen, you better go because I can tell you that the venues, Piercy DiMartini, are getting a lot uh, bigger, much bigger. Right? If you look at the two Piercy DiMartini shows, they are both large venue sheds. Postcard package. If you would like to have my package in your post box, I will give you a postcard from my package. There's five positions for my package. Most just prefer Mish. But anyway, you can just go to Patreon. A link will be in the comments, and that's how you do it. Yeah, that's it. And I think there's only one. I can only fill out so many of these damn things. I mean, every city we go to, we try. There's the link. We try to pick out a postcard from the place, and then I try to get someone who's nice in the band to sign it also, so you get a cool little bonus thing. That's the postcard package. I wasn't really trying to make a hard sell on it, and yeah, I know a lot of people prefer the small venues. I get it, but I'm telling you, if you see a small venue or a club, see it because it's not going to happen much longer. I can tell you, I have the schedule for the rest of the year, and places are going to get bigger. All right, I stayed as long as I could and I had to, and I appreciate you guys so much. And if I didn't have to pack and dye my hair and feed the hogs, I would definitely. Yeah, Ricky D. Montoya. You need more thumbs up. What's going on? I agree. Where are all the thumbs up? Please like this video. That's free. And again, I appreciate all of you. I don't do the bookings for as far as that goes. Yes, we're gonna take care of you, Sean. You are a good. Oh, cool. Yeah, we're gonna take care of you. And then blah 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 blah. Like, comment, subscribe. I think I got to everything. If not, I try to go live Wednesday. There's new content coming. There's a new tour diary on the way. New tour diary came out this morning, and I wish I had something, words of wisdom for you, but